Okay, I'm back. Now, hopefully, this will be better. I'm glad we got that first game going, but sorry for all the other troubleshooting. But now I think we should be good to pop right into Kingdom Rush Vengeance, which I have not played. So, Slot 1. How did you get it working? I have it windowed now, and I just made it as big as my screen will allow. Let me know if you want me to like move it, because I can move it left and right. It's just not like it's not fit to the whole screen, or it would be a weird like stretch. But if you want me to move it out of the way of chat more or anything like that, just let me know. Somewhere in the Rift of Cinders. Oh, good. I'm glad. Totally fine. And let me know about the audio too, because obviously I rebalanced that. Holy moly. So, if you haven't played the Kingdom Rush games, I believe this takes place in... So, this guy, he's the main bad guy in the first game, and maybe in the second game too. And in this game, we are being him. I think... what is this? I can't remember when this takes place, is what I was getting at. This is the final boss arena in the first game, because this is his tower. Alright, click to build a tower. Rocket riders. Goblins that learned how to fly with unstable gizmos. No, they don't know how to land. Infernal Mage 1. Demons that harness the power of infernal forces to slay their enemies. Alright, so magic, archers, warriors, artillery. But interesting that artillery is flying in this one. Orc Warrior's Den. I assume most of these work similarly. Like, it's the same categories as the other games. Though having artillery be flying is interesting. Yeah, okay. I have 190 gold. I think they want me to do archer, so we'll just do that.
My aim is flawless.
Click to call the wave. Why did... Okay, so they must have already conquered my house. If they're coming out of my house. Oh, okay, this is very tutorial. I can't even add extra towers yet. I think they made my tower a tourist attraction. Earn gold by killing enemies. That is not a house. It's a evil tower, you know. Gotta have some pizzazz.
Fight fire with fire.
Special unlocked. Summon Demon Goonies. You can summon your infernal troops to aid you on the battlefield. Excuse me. You can summon your demons every 14 seconds. Sick. I love these guys. They're great.
You're talking to me.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. This is so interesting because it does riff off of, like, these are enemies in the other games. I like this. I love these games. It's been a while. I know I played, like... I played a couple levels a while ago. Oh, I get a hero already. Excellent. Of a different game, but I've actually just played the other games so much that I thought it would be nice to play a new Kingdom Rush game. So I got this on sale. I got this on sale, and I haven't played it before, and that should be nice. What? Oh yeah, and then they'll give you a little bit about your enemies. Human worker. Strong shovel wielders, dexterous in both constructing and hitting enemies on the head. Low damage, slow speed. Can I upgrade anything yet? No. Oh, but I have a new power. What's this? Goblin Gang. Spawns 2 warmongers. That's cool. Oh, nice. Okay, so I have some guys with spears right off the bat. In the first game, you gotta upgrade your normal troops to get guys with spears. Special unlocked. Okay, this is like the rain of meteors or whatever. Interesting.
Want me to crash?
Boom. I like that the music is slightly demented carnival music. We can move this guy in more.
Brawl beats brawn.
Ooh. Nice. I feel like everything's better right off the bat. Okay, I wasn't paying attention to the comic. What's the basic setup? So it seems like Vesnan, this guy that you're being, I think this must be post game 1. Yeah, and those hideous dwarven machines have ruined my beautiful dead forest. This kingdom needs a ruler with true strength and handsomeness. And my sweet revenge has begun, and I just know where to start. So I think this must be after the first game. Because like I said, that level we just did is the last level of the first game. So I think... Ooh. Yeah, alright. This is like the first map, but better. Alright. Yeah, this is the first game map. Like, you're all down here in the first game, and you kind of go around. So you're working through it backwards? I'm not sure. Because this goes... I mean, maybe? I guess that would make sense. Should we do normal or veteran? Let's try veteran, and if it's too hard, oh well. Yes, my tower is back to its former glory. The time for our campaign is upon us. Those foolish dwarves, always nose deep into their piles of treasure, have no clue what I've got in store for them. General, prove you're not worthless. Command my army and start the invasion. That's kind of fun. Ballsy. Yeah. Okay. So this is, wow, an efficient, very efficient route.
Are you not entertained?
How much money do I have? 250.
The night is dark. Greedy humans.
Oh, I'll get some little gobbos in here. Are they orcs or are they gobbos? Not sure. Oh, here, let's check. Goblins. Yeah, goblins. And some magic.
Burn, burn, burn.
Okay, yeah, and I think in one of the levels in the first game you can kind of like hire these guys. Or maybe they said these are dwarves, so maybe that's different. This is such an interesting premise. I like it. I love me a good tower defense. Ooh, we need... I'm kind of poor. I am a bad guy, yeah, I'm a bad guy. I am the villain. Oh, here. Dwarf Bruiser. Inhabitants of the underground, proficient in the art of slicing enemies with their sharp axes. And then, yeah, I don't need tips. I'm good. Messed up? I mean, I guess. Like a little messed up. Oh, excuse me.
To infinity and beyond! I hate this job!
It's so funny because they're all like, I wouldn't say each game is just the other game reskin. Like that feels uncharitable because they are better than that. Each map really is a puzzle. But there's definitely, you know, like the basics are the same in terms of tower types and I think what they're generally useful for. And so there is a certain amount that I'm already finding myself kind of going on muscle memory. Warhammer Guard. Low armor. Cool. And also with that, it feels weird that I can't upgrade anything yet. That I'm just like, alright, this is what I got.
Strength and honor!
Level 1. And I do know sometimes you can interact with map stuff, have fun little things, so it's always worth poking around. Like, what's that? Huh? Oh? A guy with a key? Far over the misty mountains. Oh, I gotta pay attention though.
Aim high, aim true.
Oh, yeah, I know the tips. I know all the tips. Thanks. I mean, I suppose some things could have changed, but I doubt the level 1 tips are really different. I love the vibes of this guy. Their art is such a big draw for me. Like, I do love just this vibe. The vibe of these games is very good. Don't feel like I'm doing so hot, to be honest. They're getting further than I would like. Burn the corpses as a scare tactic. I think I'm almost positive that in the original last level, he does have skulls mounted on pikes outside his tower, so it would be in character. Little cartoon skulls, but still. Hardcore, yeah.
Light my fire.
Oh, okay, I can. There is some more map if I scroll around. That's good to know. I hate this job. Oh, my hero died. That doesn't bode well. Come on. Give me some explosives or something. Oh, no, we're good. We're good. We'll be fine.
Man flesh.
Feels good to be back. Oh, I love this. This is cute. Ooh, cards. Upgrade points, new tower level. That's interesting. Veteran mode, easy peasy. This is fun. This is cute. Okay, I gotta take some pills, so give me like 2 seconds. And I'll be right back. Alright. Next level. Corridors of the Old City. They expected to stop our might with that puny gate. Ha! Their old city is ours for the taking. Don't waste this chance to catch them unprepared. They only have a shamefully small troop complement defending it. It should be an easy victory, even for you. So rude, so rude. Let's see, dwarf bruisers. Let's put some of these guys. And I'm thinking... Are any of these slots ideal? Maybe we just do archers here.
My aim is flawless.
And then... I think we'll put artillery here. I like that I have 2 reinforcement options now. Because before, I would always beeline to upgrade my reinforcements so that they could throw stuff. Because I feel like that's one of the hardest parts of the original game, is when you hit flying enemies, it can just be brutal. I can upgrade. I can upgrade 1 level. That'll be good. Oh, yeah. This is quite the change of pace from what we played earlier. And I know, I don't know. I'll have to think about what I want to do in the future, because that was intense. That was a lot. But I'm sure it was entertaining. And I don't know, like, there is something to be said for enjoying that kind of an experience. In that it's very immersive compared to this. Just a very different kind of game experience. I'm still figuring out what kinds of games I feel are ideal for streaming. You know, what lends itself to conversation, and then what lends itself to kind of like commentary as you go. what's interesting. I do want to play some Phasmophobia at some point, but I do feel like there's a lot of games out there that are best played multiplayer, for sure. Where it's like, this is a good game. Whatever you have fun with is the best. I do think that is true. And horror. Yeah, and horror. I know, it's just fun to watch people play horror games, isn't it? Like, it's very entertaining. Gotta soak in that abject horror. Absolute terror. Oh, we got a little clockwork spiders. Very fast. Great. Love that. Cool. Ooh. Ooh, I don't love that. I don't love that. Hey, get back here. They're too fast. AoE is always good for these small guys. But, I'm a little limited at the moment. Oh, I see. It's doing the... I wondered why this skull didn't have the ring around it. It's because I'm just far away.
The night is dark.
Ooh, it added skulls. That's fun. Because I've been avoiding games where I'm like, I don't want to be too locked in, if that makes sense, and just be quiet. I don't know. I think some people do enjoy that experience, but I also know a lot of people, yeah, agreed. Yeah. Because there's some games that I really enjoy playing myself, but like, I specifically haven't streamed stuff like Cult of the Lamb or Hades, just because stuff like that where I feel like it requires more technique, but it's also just a skill to be able to lock in and do stream of consciousness. Yeah, that is true. That is very true. Yeah, I think again it really depends on what game you choose, because I just feel like the competency does go down. You know, if you're sitting here and you're doing stream of consciousness, it's just harder to be locked in. I don't know. There's a weird balance to find there. And maybe that can be good, you know? Like there's a certain amount that maybe that's more entertaining. Like it definitely can be entertaining to watch people be bad at something. And then I also feel like there's the flip side of that, where like I watched, maybe it was Small Ant play. He was just fucking. Or maybe it was Point Crow. I don't know. It was someone who's like, their whole shtick is being very good. You know, like it's not just chill vibes, play the game. It's like, okay, we are locked in and we are doing this. Whether you're speed running or not, right? Yeah, you have to be really into a speed run for it to be interesting. And this wasn't a speed run, but it still carried the same vibes. He was fighting Melania in Elden Ring. No summons, which I'm not even sure if that was intentional or not, because he's clearly, like, the rules were very anti-backseating. Which I totally get to some degree. Like, I think it's a difficult thing to balance choice-wise, whether or not, like, how much backseating are you okay with, right? And he was like, none. No backseating. I will ban you. Get out of here if you want to backseat. Which, yeah, again, like, I think that makes sense, especially for how he plays. Oof, I'm gonna lose this. um, but it was like, well, when you have absolutely zero backseating, like, it seems like you missed a core mechanic of the game, which I recognize, you know, that's... People have opinions about spirit summons being a core mechanic or not, but I feel like they are. I feel like they're a very intentional part of how you were intended to play the game. That doesn't mean you can't add the extra challenge by not playing with them, but the fact that they can be missed, I feel, is a mistake. And so to watch him just like power through the Millennia fight with no spirit summons, no one in chat allowed to like say anything about it. It just wasn't my vibe. Obviously, there are a lot of people who really like that. But I do prefer a more casual experience, and for that reason, there are games that I'm like, look, if I'm really invested narratively, I don't want to play that on stream, because I do want to let people chat and have that kind of chat camaraderie. But I also don't want certain games spoiled, like, at all. So I'm just gonna choose not to stream those games. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that has been kind of the biggest thing that I've been investing time and thought into outside of the actual act of being on stream, is just that, like, what do I play? What do I play? What's best to play? And, you know, like, we tried Centum and that didn't really work out. And I am playing that by myself now. And I do think it's very interesting. But it just wasn't, in my opinion, it was too text heavy to be a good stream game. Let's see here. And, you know, like, I hope that in the future there will be fewer... I think that if you were to grow a larger audience, starting games a little to do a vibe check is pretty normal. Yeah, and that's what I'm like, I would hope... Oh, before streaming them? Yeah. I know, I have mixed feelings about doing that, because I do want to give people... You know, like, I want to ensure quality ahead of time. But I also think that there's so much to be said for, like, experiencing it for the first time with your audience, you know? Like, I feel like that's a difficult thing to figure out how to balance.
You talking to me?
And it's been kind of annoying where, you know, some games you boot them up and they just throw you right in immediately. Only for ones that are total unknowns, generally. Yeah. And it also helps, I know, with the tech troubleshooting. Yeah, I suppose I should start doing that. I hate to... I know, like, if capture is being annoying. My biggest issue with capture has been if I play something shorter and then I want to switch games, it doesn't like that. It doesn't like switching games. Which I knew was a risk, but I'm not totally sure how to deal with that troubleshooting yet. Oh, the dwarves come in on the rails. That's fun. Because, yeah, I definitely don't want you guys just sitting here watching me troubleshoot. That's not fun. Especially when I don't... I feel like it's better if you have, like, any sort of camera up. You know, just something to look at. And I just don't... I haven't fleshed out screens for that stuff either. So it's like, I don't want you sitting here looking at nothing. while I fight my computer. That's not good. That's bad, even. But I also don't want to have to, like, abort streaming due to technical issues. I don't know. I did have issues with Kingdom Rush last time I streamed it too. Just because it's not really built to be played on a computer. And therefore not really built to be streamed on a computer either. And I think that that's the big difficulty with Kingdom Rush in particular. God, I'm saying so much. I'm feeling that pull between being locked in and also being able to chat, for sure, which I imagine I'll get better at. But yeah, some games are just easier to stream than others from a technical perspective. And my big concern with starting games before stream is part of it is wanting to let you guys experience it with me, but then there's also an aspect of just some games just throw you in, you know? You just boot it up and boom, you're in the game. And I don't think that's a great idea, personally. I kind of get why you would choose to do that, but I also just don't think it makes a whole lot of sense to do. Just because I want access to my options. And don't even get me started on games that don't have an option screen at all. Like, what's up with that? I should always be able to toggle, like, at least the volume, you know? Like, basic, I don't know, like, it's accessibility in the sense that everybody needs accessibility. We just don't talk about it in that way. But being able to toggle audio is a really basic thing that you should always be able to do. And I think that's true of a lot of, you know, they're just standard options for games. And some games just kind of say, well, fuck you. You don't need them. You'll be fine. And I disagree. I disagree with that. I might not be fine. And I have been drawn to these really indie experiences because I like the vibes so much, and I think that you can find some really good, there's just like a lot of hidden gems out there that you're like, wow, this looks janky as fuck, and then you're like, wow, that's one of the coolest games I've ever played, you know? But when a game is so short, I feel like it also kind of deters you from wanting to do any sort of check-in in advance. Because I don't want to spoil it if the game's only like an hour long. I don't know, but I also don't want to show up with more games like Bob D. Which, you know, not to dunk on Bob D too much, but it just wasn't very interesting. It was... I don't think it accomplished what it was trying to accomplish. Which, you know, that happens. And I feel like... I don't know. There's someone for everything. I'm sure there are people who like Bob D. But it was not for me, and it was specifically not for me on stream either. I actually, well, I feel like if I wasn't streaming it, I probably would have stopped playing it pretty quickly. I probably only committed to the whole thing because I was streaming. And I don't know, I just kept thinking that, like, maybe something was gonna happen, I guess. until eventually it was very clear that nothing was going to happen. And it was just like this. Just was the way that it was. Gotta explode those dwarves. So yeah, I'm still finding the balance. I'm still finding the balance between what's good, what do people want to see, what do I want to play. And what's not gonna give me technical issues. Because that sure does suck. What was that? Was that an eagle sound? Sorry, I had to grab my regular 4:08 p.m. cup of coffee. Very specific. No, I've just been rambling about, I don't know, like, what you have to think about when it comes to streaming, what I've been thinking about in terms of what's best to stream and what's easiest to stream. Still figuring out, you know, how I want to move forward with various things. This game is definitely harder on veteran, as it, you know, should be, obviously, but... No way! I just want to play things that are, like, gripping, you know? Because I know, again, like, there's a different kind of streamer for everybody. So I know that no matter what I do to some degree, it should theoretically appeal to someone. But, there's definitely... There's a lot to decide when it comes to what I want to do. And... there's different things, you know, like even the streamers I like, I don't necessarily want to watch them play every single game. Like there are gonna be games that I look at and I go, yeah, it's whatever. Like, or maybe I start that stream or VOD or whatever, and then I realize I'm more inclined to do something else. That it's just not the game for me today. And I feel like I've been drawn to horror because I'm almost always up for watching a horror streamer VOD. Like, it's just always interesting to me. It keeps you watching in a way that other genres might not. And I know that, like, people love cozy games, and there's so many genres that I love playing. It's just also this question of, but are they fun to watch for somebody else? And I suppose to some degree I can't really answer that question. Like, only you guys know what you like. But I'll keep experimenting. We'll keep trying things and seeing where that balance is with what I like, what you like, what works technically. This is working though. This tower loadout is doing the thing. Definitely felt a little fucked there for a minute. And hey, maybe I still am. But it feels better than it was. Though I'm always inclined to call the waves early for that little bit of gold. Even if it's gonna screw me over. Only one more wave through.
To infinity and beyond! You're talking to me?
Oh, does this guy make the little... He's like a necromancer? Oh, shit. I didn't notice. He's making robots? Ew. Stop that. I wish I could zoom in, though. Just because I like the designs so much. Like, I want to see them bigger. Look how much more kitted out my goblins are now. Oh, I missed the crate. I gotta blow up these guys before they land.
Fire with fire. Riding high.
Maybe once I finish my taxes, I'll put some energy into some better screens and whatnot for my be right back and all that. I know I'm getting 2 stars consistently though, which I don't love, but I also don't know if I know taxes, man. This is my first time filing taxes. Which I don't have a job. I am disabled and unable to work. But my husband asked me to file our taxes, and I am now learning how to file taxes. Which is good. Like, I'm glad I will have this skill. What a monster. No, I'm always happy when I can take something off his plate. I'm sure other disabled people with partners understand to some degree.
Man flesh.
It's nice to be able to contribute. Oh shit, there's a whole nother... Are they gonna go down? I didn't even notice that there was another exit point here. I don't love that. But yeah, I don't know. It's simultaneously exactly as terrible as I thought it would be. And not as... I don't know. I feel like somehow it has met and exceeded all of my expectations in every way possible, both positive and negative. Which doesn't make any sense. Just in that, like, I didn't even think about the fact that I would have to file federal taxes and state taxes. What positive? So I'm using Tax Slayer. And I suppose the positive is just that I'm not going in completely blind. It's not like, all right, sit down with this paperwork and figure out how to do taxes. You know, like, there's templates and shit. And a lot of it is just transfer info from one form to another form. And that's easy, you know. I can copy paste numbers. One would hope most can. But and the fact that, like, yes, I have to do federal taxes and state taxes, but like once I've done one, like how bad can the other be in comparison? They've got to be pretty similar. So it's like, I feel like I'm starting with the federal taxes, and I feel like once I've done that, to some degree, it'll be like, okay, I sort of know what I'm doing now. I hope. Yeah, and I hope I'm able to learn a lot from doing this. Wow, this 2 exit thing is awful. But yeah, I'm hoping I can streamline my budgeting throughout the year more to prepare for doing taxes now that I have a better understanding of what information I need. I figured after going through this and while going through doing taxes, I could do some research on like, okay, is there stuff that people recommend in terms of throughout the year accounting to make doing your taxes easier? Yes, we'll find out. One of the big things for me that has been obnoxious so far is just tallying medical expenses, where it's like I have those numbers, but I had to do a lot of math. A lot of consolidated math that I feel like probably could have been done throughout the year. Oh, magic resist. A sulfur alchemist. Alright. I know, math! Sitting here with my little calculator. Doing head math and calculator math. Not my favorite. And neither is this map. This map is also not my favorite. They heal their allies and have high magic resistance. I'm screwed, man. This one's not going well.
Aim high, aim true.
I don't like these little robots. These chomp bots are inconvenient and bad.
Brawl beats brawl. My aim is flawless.
I was gonna do more taxes today, which I probably still will. But I kind of assessed my week and was like, I think this might be the only day I get to stream. And I really would like to be consistent about that. Because I really like doing this. I know I've, gone on for a while about, I don't know, not like complaining, but there are inherent difficulties to to figuring out how to optimize this more than anything else. But I really like it. And there's so many games that I am happy to play on stream that I otherwise would never play. And I love that part of this, where it's just so much more entertaining to play certain games on stream and to have that like shared experience. That it's like, yeah, this is fun on my own. I don't know, some things even like I never would have played Blood Wash by myself. I might have been like, okay, let's try a horror game and booted it up. But I think I would have left almost immediately. I would have closed that. After that very first jump scare in the basement, I would have been like, oh, fuck this. Never mind, this was a huge mistake. I'm not cut out for this. And I would have left. I would have dipped. But because I was on stream, I was like, dude, you gotta get through this. You gotta keep going. You can do it. You're committed. And that's just a completely different experience. I mean, I did beat that game. And it was kind of crazy. Like, it was wild to play first-person horror for the first time. And I really thought I would be less scared, to be honest. I didn't think I would be that scared. Like, I knew I would be scared, but that scared? Like, I was fucking terrified, dude. That was so scary. And it was this low poly, janky ass little experience, you know? I mean, I've watched basically all the Resident Evil games. Silent Hill 2. You know, I watch horror movies, like I said, like every week. Like, I have taken in a lot of horror media. But it's largely secondhand. Quarry worker. Moves underground? Oh, I hate the underground enemies. So yeah, that was just like an experience I don't think I would have given myself under any other circumstances. And I'm glad that I did. It was terrible. It was terrible, but it was also good. And I love that I get to have the VOD of that too. Like I also have a record of the fact that I did that. And I bet it's going to be so entertaining for me to watch that back and kind of laugh at myself and be like, "Oh my gosh. That you were so scared. You were so scared." And it was fine. It was so fine. I watched my husband and I watched my voice Zoo VOD. And it was just so funny. I'm getting all my siblings to play that game now because I think it's going to be so funny to see what everyone individually comes up with for the animal sounds.
Are you not entertained? Strength and honor.
No, this is not looking good. I'm doing bad even. I might need to lower the difficulty. I might need to lower the difficulty because I'm gonna lose this one, like for sure.
My aim is flawless.
Like right now, as we speak.
The night is dark.
I'm also torn just between like playing games that are popular because I know they're popular versus playing the weird ass indie shit that I'm drawn to. Because I feel like there's very compelling reasons for both, and I bet every streamer feels this to some degree. And you know, like if you're a big streamer, you also have to factor in sponsorships and you know, I've watched people play games that I don't think they ever would have otherwise played, but I mean, if you're getting paid for it, live your best life.
An arrow to your knee.
Cuz I did, you know, like I perused. I have a very very healthy stash of games that I get from my brother-in-law, whose Steam library is just immense. What's this guy? Increases durability when blocked, slow speed. Okay, big ass tanks. So I was like, I've been shopping Steam sales a lot because there have been so many back to back recently. But today I was like, okay, you should really sit down and shop his library. So I just looked at everything with the horror tag and tried to find what drew me in. And that's how we ended up with what we tried today. But before that, I was thinking of trying to play Resident Evil 2, which I still might. After today's experience, I'm still scared. I'm still very scared. Oh boy, I know, I think I'd be fucked. I don't know if I could, like, physically do it. It is third person, that's true. And that makes such a big difference for me, it really does. First person just, it freaks me out so bad. I am so fucked. Anyway, I had been debating playing something more popular. And I'm trying to figure out what a good balance is in that regard. Because I would like to have more people in chat. Just to, like, have more people to talk to. Oh, there it goes. Alright, we're gonna lower the difficulty. Normal it is. We'll be a little normie. It's okay, don't cry.
Brawl beats brawl.
But I do think it's fun to have a kind of, I don't know, I'm missing the more like perspective style game. You know, like it doesn't have to be first person, but I don't know. Like I really love Kingdom Rush, but I'm kind of debating whether or not this is something I'll keep playing on stream. I mean, if you guys like it, I do like it.
To infinity and beyond.
Let's do this guy.
High, aim true.
You're talking to me.
But what I was trying to say is that I think I'm drawn to a more mobile experience. I wonder if we played something like Slime Rancher or... Like, I wonder if that's part of what's drawing me to horror as well. Is just that it's more... Slime Rancher could be interesting. Yeah. That's what, like, I feel like really kind of inhabiting a character in the way that you get to move around the world. I think that that might be key for me. I think that that is part of what makes something engaging. I'm finding today.
You're talking to me.
Are you not entertained?
My aim is flawless.
So I'm slowly adding criteria to what to take into account in choosing games. Because I also just, I mean, there's only so much I have to talk about.
Night is dark.
So in a game, you know, again, balancing being locked in and chit-chatting. In a game that's more static, I don't know. There's more pressure to kind of fill the space. Yeah, at the end of the day, reactive games are generally better for engaging streams. I agree. I think I won't do this again as much as I like it. I think I'll play it myself, but off stream. I think if I had more people in chat, it might be different. You know, it would work well for like, hey, we're chilling out. But I think I might go for something more, like, I don't know what the right terminology is for it. I feel like it is kind of a difference in movement versus static. Because you can still have, like, an RPG and have it be more static. You know, like, we started Centum, and I'm just not sure point and click is the thing. This is essentially just chatting, yeah, but while playing a game versus streaming a game as the main entertainment. Yes, I agree. I agree, and I think I would rather stream as the main entertainment. Like, I want to be riffing off of the game and not just filling space while I play a game. So that said, I probably won't do this too long. I'll probably go, you know, do taxes, I guess. And, like, I don't know, eat something, maybe. Especially because I'm really sucking at this game today. I think because I am so focused on trying to fill space. My skill is deteriorating rapidly. And I just feel like once I have something for you guys to look at, you know, once I have a little VTuber in here, I think that will make a big difference.
Fight fire with fire. Are you not entertained? Strength and honor.
I'm hyped to see the VTuber too. We're basically done with the, like, actual design process. It's mostly... Is it going to be like your PFP? Yeah, it's not the same style, but that is the design that we worked off of. So I drew that little guy. And then I... well, initially I tried to rig him myself, and that was awful. I just kept not wanting to do it at all because it really sucked. So I was able to find somebody running a sale who does models and rigs, and I had them work off of the design I had made to basically do more or less the same thing, just in their style. And it looks great. I love it. I'm very excited to actually get to see it in action. So it hasn't been rigged yet, but it's basically ready to be rigged. But I don't know exactly when everything will be done. But I think I will dedicate some time, sit down, and get some better screens going for intermediate stuff. Felony Sparks has this really involved, like, I'll be right back screen. They've got a whole thing recorded that loops, but it's long enough that it's not, like, obnoxious in its loop. It's something that's quite engaging, you know, to sit there. I don't want you guys to be bored. Any kind of movement, any kind of sound. Do you think you'll do an overlay for your actual streaming screen? You know, I'm debating it. I'm still thinking about it. I saw some people with overlays that immediately, personally, I was just like, that's too big for me. I definitely don't want that. But there were some that I saw that were quite minimalist that I thought were very tasteful and beneficial to the stream in terms of how you interact with it as a viewer. Like, it felt like it reduced clutter, even though you're adding an overlay. My biggest thing is just, you know, like, of course I would prefer to hire someone to do these things, who would be better at it than me. But, I don't really have that kind of money. And here we go, dying again. Defeats. Okay. Yeah, I think I don't have the quality, I don't have the skill I need right now. I think I need to take a drink and maybe pivot to something else for my day, but hopefully we'll see if I have time to stream again this week. It's pretty busy. Raid? Let's see. I don't know. I've actually never done a raid. I don't know if anybody... Raid channel. Is anyone I know streaming right now? I think no. But I'll think about that in the future. I am trying to beef up the people I follow. I want to see more streamers across a variety of games and styles. But as for now, I don't really have a significant kind of library of people I watch. So, I mean, I guess I could raid someone random, but I don't know that I want to. I think that will be the number one way to get more followers. Yeah, I think that that also makes sense. I agree. Yeah, I want to just kind of, I don't know. I want to dedicate as much time to this as is reasonable. because, like I said, I really like it. And it's fun to interact with people in chat, and it's a good time. So yeah, I think we'll call it quits for today. But you will most certainly see me again. And I will do some more perusing to dial in on a game. I don't know. Maybe I'll start a longer game. We'll see. I'm gonna put some thought into what I want to play next. That might give us a little more consistency, something a little more engaging, less of a wild card, perhaps. So yeah, I don't know, tune in to see what I do. And thanks so much for being here, even through the technical difficulties, because that was very annoying. So, yeah. All right. I will skedaddle. Bye.